person you are calling. Hello everybody. Today, for today's lecture, we'll see what are botnets and what are attack vectors. For this class, we'll see what are botnets and what are attack vectors. So first, what is a bot? Before going to botnets, what is a bot? A bot is basically an automated program for doing some task over a network. What do you mean by that? Okay. Whenever I have said that if it is a virus or if it is some malicious code, what happens is there's a program which runs, okay, which runs the code given by the attacker or developed by the attacker. The same thing is a bot where an automated program for doing some particular task over a network. Okay. The same thing here. What happens? There is an program which is used to do some work, which is developed to do some task, but over a network. Okay. Then what are botnets? Okay. Then botnets are nothing but there are these are collection of internet connected devices affected by malware that allow hackers to control them. So what does this basically mean? This basically means is nothing but the devices, that is nothing but your laptop, your PC, your mobile, anything which is connected to internet, anything which is connected to internet and is affected by some virus. That is nothing but malware. Malware is nothing but some malicious code, some virus or something. Okay. Now, when I say a botnet, it is nothing but basically a connection of interconnected devices where the device can be anything. Let it be a printer, let it be a laptop, let it be a PC, let it be a mobile. Okay, which is affected by some malware. Okay, and now this setup internet connection with a device which is already having some malware in it, or it has got affected by malware. This setup allows the hacker to control them basically. Okay, so that is nothing but called as a botnet. Okay, now why do the cyber criminals use botnet basically? So the cyber criminal basically use botnets because these botnets allow some activities such as credential leakages, unauthorized access, data theft, and distributed denial of service attacks. Okay, so when you have these different activities to be done, then you can use basically botnets. So next, how does basically the botnet works? We'll see now how this basically a botnet works. Okay, so basically first what happens is in this the attacker first tries to gain the access on the devices. Okay, they try to gain the access on the devices with help of virus called as torsion. Okay, to attack the devices security systems. Okay, and how is that done? So first initial thing what attacker does is trying to gain the access of the devices with the help of virus called as torsion virus. Now what this basically virus does is it implements some command. Okay, it releases some command, and that particular software controls the system with the help of the malicious code. Okay, that is nothing but the way the criminals try to attack. Okay, so basically what happens here, first they try to get control of the devices, okay, with the help of your torsion virus. Then after that they attack. After that attack, that is nothing but getting the access. What they do is after uh, after injecting that torsion virus in the system, after that what they try to do is they try to command and control the softwares. Okay, control the softwares what are available in the system so that those software can execute the malicious code in large scale. Now through this again what happens, through the system which has got affected, through that system again towards the network the data is sent, this malicious code is sent, so that even other device gets affected. That's what you have seen here, that a botnet is also called a zombie army. Okay, because what it does is it sends forward this, it forwards this malicious code on the network to affect, to infect the other, to infect the other systems or devices also. That's what is called as a zombie army. Next, what are the different botnet attacks? As previously I've said, one is distributed denial of service attack, okay, which is basically makes your server down or your system down. Next is validating list of leaked and for leaked credentials, okay. Next is web application attacks to steal the data. Then next, providing an attacker access to a device and its connection to the network. So these are the ways through which a botnet attacks can be done. Different ways of botnet attack can be done. So here you can see the flowchart where botnet creation is done, where botnet attack can also be rented. That is nothing but whatever data, since we have seen here, right? Cyber criminals initially gain the access of the device using special Trojan virus. Now, once they get that Trojan virus, that is nothing but they're getting all the credentials of the devices they are attacking. Okay, so that is nothing but botnet selling. After getting those data related to those people, okay, that is nothing but stealing some confidential information, then spam indexing, then phishing attacks. After getting the information of the customer, these all attacks takes place. If it is just botnet renting, then it's denial of service attacks, spam attacks, malware and adware installation once Trojan virus runs. Then if it is stealing confidential information, then it can be of 3 times. Once you have steal the confidential information, you can sell the credit card and bank account details to the same person. Then you can even sell the personal information of that person, customer, or the device who's, or the customer's device who your information you have stealed. Then you can even sell the internet services and shop accounts. Okay, so this is nothing but the botnet. Then how can you secure a system from the botnet? By basically installing antivirus and anti-spyware. Then keep on updating viruses, use firewalls, and disconnecting through internet if not needed, and not trusting all the downloads, okay, and checking your regular inbox and sent items, and if you feel that your system is infected, then kindly take necessary actions. Next topic is attack vectors. Now, what is basically an attack vector? Whenever we say attack vector, it or normally a vector, in general mathematics, a vector, you all know it's nothing but nothing but a path or a size going towards somewhere. Okay, so here basically attack vector means it is a path or means by which an attacker can gain access to a computer or a network server in order to deliver a payload or malicious outcome. Now, basically we understand here is that is nothing but an attacker is nothing but the path or the means by which an attacker tries to gain the access over a computer or a server. Okay, so and why do they need to gain this access? To deliver a payload or malicious outcome. Now, what is a payload? Okay. What is a payload or a malicious outcome? Basically, whenever attack vectors enable hackers to exploit a system vulnerabilities, including the human element. Now, what does this human element mean here? Basically, when we speak about this, if suppose let me take an attack vector, okay, if the attack vector is a web page with some malicious content, some chat room, some malicious email attachments, etc., then what is a payload? A payload is nothing but the virus and anything which is executable. on that particular web page. Or let me take one more example. Suppose you have an attack vector, okay, which is having some malicious outcome. Suppose your malicious outcome or the attack vector, what it is, the malicious outcome is the missile, okay, is the missile. Then what is the payload is nothing but the tip of the missile, basically, okay. That is nothing but executable. It sends the signals, basically, okay. So here, basically, whenever you have the attack vector, if the attack vector is a web page which is nothing but with some malicious content, some chat rooms or some malicious email attachments and all which are there, then in them payload is nothing but in those email attachments or in those web pages with malicious content, content. In those, payload is nothing but viruses or any file which is executable. I hope you are understanding this. Okay. Now, with the help of firewalls and antivirus software, to some extent you can block these attack vectors, okay, but no protection method is totally attack proof, okay. Here, if okay, I have explained to what is payload, basically.